guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Adeline Opara, and in this video I'll be sharing with you 5 personal finance books to read in your 20s. So these books are practically beginner friendly and I've read them, so I'm recommending them to you because they are very easy to understand and very easy to assimilate. In this video you're not going to see the usual books that people tell you, that other people here on YouTube tell you to read. So I'll be bringing something fresh and I'll still bring some old things into it, so you want to definitely keep on watching. You don't want to miss out on this. Books to read in your 20s, and I'll be starting with Smart Money Woman by Arise Ugu. This particular book was my first personal finance book to read, and the way I stumbled upon it was amazing. I think I saw it on Books. I think I saw it on Books. So that was where I read the book first, and guys, I will tell you, I was amazed. Like, this book is not your normal self-help book or the way other writers write personal finance book. One thing I loved about this book was the way the writer wrote the book. Like, if you love reading novels, man, you have to check out that book, because the book was a novel and at the same time a self-help book. Like, do you get, like, it was a novel and at the same time a self-help book. Like, it was just so creative. And one thing I loved about the book was the fact that, you know, you're reading a self-help book, but at the same time you're reading a story. Like, the book had characters and everything. At the end of every chapter, the writer gives lessons and I think activities to carry out. Yes, so she gives lessons, like the lesson she was trying to explain in the book. But the thing with the story was that while reading the story, you kind of know that this is what the writer wants you to know. Like, the story itself was self-explanatory. The book talked about Zuri in particular. So the thing with this is that Zuri woke up one morning only to find out that she was broke and she was in debt. And despite the fact that she was earning 600,000 naira. Guys, I know it might not sound like a lot if you're not from where I'm from, which is Nigeria. But here in Nigeria, that is big money for us. Like, if you're earning 600,000 naira, my God, you are there. Like, you're there. Like, you are considered as a rich person. You're considered as a rich people. So it's not a reality for most Nigerians here to be earning such amount of money. So for her to be earning such amount of money, for her to be earning such salary, and she found herself broke and she was in debt. After everything, she reassessed herself and decided to take steps she decided to take practical steps to manage her money better. So this was what the book was all about. This was what the book was mostly about. Zuri taking those steps. So the author used Zuri to teach us, that's African women, Nigerian women, African women, on how to manage our money, how to budget, how to save, how to invest. Like, it was the first book I was reading, and I'll tell you, it's a book to read. So if you're not sure about where to start in your financial journey, you should pick up this book. It's going to enlighten you a lot. You should definitely check out this book, honestly. If you don't start with any book that I give out here, please check out Smart Money Woman and you will not regret it, I promise you. The next book on my list is Think Like a Billionaire, Become a Billionaire by Scott Anderson. Yeah, Think Like a Billionaire, Become a Billionaire by Scott Anderson. I hope you can see it. Yeah, so this book for me was on a whole new level for me, guys. And the funny thing was, when I came across this book, I didn't want to buy it. That was not even why I went to the market. Like, I was looking for another book, and the seller just showed me this book, and he told me that the pastor in their church recommends this book and for people to read if they want to become successful. And I was like, at first I was still skeptical about the whole thing, and I didn't want to buy it, honestly, but I just decided to just read the back of the book, and I was sold. Just reading the back of the book gave me an idea of what the book was going to be about. This book talks about how billionaires think differently, and that's the reason why they are successful. The book talks about how billionaires think differently about 7 things, and they are money, investing, jobs, risk, problems, preparation, and time. So the author just tried to show us how they think and how the middle class and the poor people also think, and just tried to show us why billionaires are successful, and how we also can reach that level of success. So that's what the book was about. That's what the book is about. And actually, one thing I love about this book is the fact that he also backed up most of the things he was saying with scriptures. Like, even the front cover of the book says, as a man thinks, so is he. And it is from Proverbs 23 verse 7. Like, can you say it's from Proverbs 23 verse 7. So you see a lot of this in the book. So if you're a Christian, this is the book. Go and buy it. Scott Anderson said that you only needed to change one thing in order for you to be on your way to becoming a billionaire, and that one thing was your mindset, or that one thing is your mindset. So you need to change your mindset. Where you are today is as a result of the thoughts that you had yesterday. The author was just trying to tell us that for you to be successful, in order for you to be successful, you need to change your mindset first. Your mindset needs to change first before you're able to attain a level of success. The next book on my list is The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clausen. Yeah, so this book is short and concise. Like, you can finish it in a day. This is very beginner friendly, very beginner friendly. So if you don't know nothing about financial literacy, what to do, where to start from, pick up this book first. I'm telling you, pick up this book first. Pick up this book and Smart Money Woman, and you learn the basics. And honestly, like, the principles in this book are still very valid. Like, despite the fact that this was talking about the days of Babylon, there are still things that are relevant today. And that's one thing I love about this book. Like, even in the future, this book is still going to be relevant, honestly. The book talks about a man named Akkad, and who was the richest man in Babylon, and his journey to financial freedom. And not only his journey to financial freedom, he also talked about he was also able to pass on his principles, which he got from a man called Algamish. So Algamish taught him, or gave him, the secrets to creating wealth. After learning from Algamish, he actually implemented everything. He implemented everything he learned from Algamish and started putting them into his daily life and daily activities. And then he became the richest man in Babylon after a few years, and he didn't only stop there. After becoming the richest man in Babylon, he didn't just sit there. He also taught other people how to create wealth, and he started, I think this was where the whole save 10% of your income started from. So this book advises you to save 10% of your income. The part where I loved the most about this book was this, where he talked about the 7 cures for a lean purse, and also where he actually talked about how you can pay off your debts. So if you're someone that has so much debt, so pick up The Richest Man in Babylon. He actually gave practical tips on how you can clear your debts. And I think there was a testimony somewhere in the book that someone gave of how the tips that he gave was really helpful, and it's still relevant in this day. So if you're confused or where to start, you can start with The Richest Man in Babylon. This book on my list is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book talks about Robert Kiyosaki and his 2 dads, which is his rich dad and his poor dad. The rich dad is his friend's dad, while the poor dad is his father. And the thing about this book was, I feel like the Rich Dad Poor Dad was just showing us two sides to money, the conventional way and the normal way we all know, and then now this new way that comes, which was from the perspective of his rich dad. So his rich dad made him to think differently about money, while his poor dad taught him the conventional way of making money. Rich dad believes that you don't necessarily need a high income in order for you to become rich. So it's not about the money you make, but it's not about how much money you make, but about how much money you keep. This book was able to change the narrative that you need a high-paying job in order for you to be able to be wealthy in this. I know I mentioned something about this in this video. I've come across people who were making so much money, but when they were retired, they didn't necessarily have anything to show for it. So it doesn't make sense if you're making 1 million naira and then you're just saving 50,000 naira from that 1 million. Like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't make sense. So I believe this is where it comes into play. So it's not about how much you make, but how much you're able to keep from what you make, and then gradually growing it. This book also taught me the difference between an asset and a liability, and I found out that it's something people struggle so much with. So if you're someone that doesn't know the difference between an asset and a liability, I would advise you to pick up this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and you have a better understanding of what an asset is and what a liability is. Yeah, there's this notion that luxury items are investment. So luxury items are not investment if all they do is to take money away from you. Yeah, so they're not assets. So assets put money into your pocket or into your bank account. They're not supposed to take money, like so much money from you. They're supposed to put and not take away. You get? Also learned that we shouldn't use our main income stream to buy luxury items. So rather, what we should do is we should save money from our main income stream and then invest that money. And then what you need to do is make use of the surplus from that investment to buy luxury items. So luxury items such as cars and the rest. So you use the surplus from your investment, not your investment money. Use the surplus from your investment to buy those luxury items that you want to get. I would highly recommend this book if you want to build generational wealth, if you want to build wealth, if you want to be financially free, meaning if you don't want to work all your life. So Robert actually talked about real estate. As the next book on my list is Smart Money Tribe, which is still by the same author, Arise Ugu. So it's like a continuation of Smart Money Woman. So in a bid for me not to spoil the book, I won't really be saying much about it, so that you can read Smart Money Woman and then move on to Smart Money Tribe. Yeah, these books are, and yeah, there's actually a TV series about it, but still, reading the book is gonna help you a lot. Smart Money Woman, a lot happens, like a lot happens. So you have to read Smart Money Woman in order for you to understand Smart Money Tribe. The beginning of Smart Money Tribe, I think Lara had financial issues in Smart Money Tribe. Yeah, she actually has financial issues in Smart Money Tribe, and I feel like what that particular chapter was trying to tell us was that yes, you're making it. Yes, you're making you're making smart money moves, and things take us by surprise. So you can be doing all the right things and life will come crashing down. One thing I would like you guys to take home from this video is that it's not about just reading these books, it's also about implementing what you read. So don't just read, but also implement. Yeah, knowledge is power, but knowledge implemented is what is actually power. So check out this video right here. I talked about 5 ways. I talked about ways in which you can increase your wealth in your 20s. So check out this video. Please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.